Perfect. So for those that I haven't met before, I'm Nina. I'm from Slojourn Studio. I'm going to run through today our portfolio that we currently represent for the Australian market. If anyone has any questions at any time, feel free to just jump in and ask. Otherwise, you can wait till the end. I'm happy to, take questions, delve into any of the resorts or DMC partners a little bit deeper if you have any more questions. Otherwise, I'll just run through our general presentation so you can get to know a little bit more about Slojourn, who we represent, and the unique selling points of each of our clients. For those that haven't come across Slojourn Studio before, we're one of Australia's leading travel communications agencies. We really specialize in our little niche of sustainable luxury representation. So that's kind of where we stand out from sorry, some of the other representation companies. So we do look after a lot of our clients that are in the sustainable space. They're generally boutique, family run, philanthropic. They have to have quite a few certain pillars before they can come into our portfolio. So that's how you kind of know who our clients are and how they fit into the travel space. These are kind of our list of current clients that we represent. I'll be running you through each of them as we go. I'll start off with Xenia Hotels. So Xenia Hotels are a group of one-of-a-kind hotels, resorts, and lodges. They all have a really running current theme of beauty, simplicity. They're very understated luxury, and they're based on a lot of culturally rich experiences. So the Xenia brand started in 2011, and Arnaud Xenia was actually a French man. He comes from a big French fashion house background. So that's where his family is from, really quite well known. In 2011, he wanted to step away from the family business, step into hospitality. He saw a bit of a gap in the market of hotel groups that didn't really marry up hospitality and design in the way that he saw his vision. So that was kind of the hallmark and the benchmark of how he wanted to start this company. So that's kind of a little backstory on the founder. So I'll start off with running through Xenia by San Ho. It is in Vietnam. I'll show you on the next slide exactly where it's located, but it's in central Vietnam. It's 73 villas, so really big property, between 1 and 4 bedroom. So it's an amazing property for groups of friends, a lot of families traveling here, and also just couples as well. Anyone that's wanting to get a little bit off the beaten path and try something different that is quite unique for Vietnam. Bai San Ho means Bay of Coral, so it's located on a really beautiful, pristine beach that does have an amazing coral reef out the front. It's located on a private 1 kilometer beach. The best time of year, this PowerPoint slide says December to August, but it's probably best to go between February and August. So at the moment is the peak time to be at Xenia by San Ho. So really good for this market, especially to get away from winter. The price point starts at amazing. So it's about 332 US per night. And as I mentioned, it is that understated luxury. So if your clients are into luxury but want something that's a little bit more attainable, Xenia by San Ho is the perfect product for them. So this is kind of on the map where it is. So down near that Nha Trang region, we do have a lot of people that get the Anantara train, and the train goes all the way down to from Da Nang to Nha Trang. Xenia by San Ho will pick them up kind of at one of the stops as well along the way. Otherwise, easy to fly into Phuket Airport, and then it's an hour and a half transfer from there. So super easily accessible to get through, whether your clients are doing a bigger Vietnamese itinerary or they're just wanting to go to Xenia by San Ho. It has really beautiful Vietnamese design throughout. So each of the Xenia properties are really based on that design element and making sure that when the guests are at the resort, they really have a strong sense of place. There's 3 dining outlets. The one on the right is the really cool beach bar, which is open for lunch. Your clients can dine with their feet in the sand. So really beautiful dining options throughout. And this is kind of the expanse of the property. So you can see how big it is. This is all a privately owned peninsula. So no hotels are going to be built up around. And you've got your hill villas that are up on the cliff, so they get amazing views. And then you've got a range of beachfront villas, which are all dotted down on the sand. Those ones are super popular with the Aussie market. Everyone loves to stay right on the beach. They've all got pools as well. So really beautiful villas right on the beautiful sandy beach. A lot of people also wonder how you can get a bit involved in the Vietnamese culture, so you're not just staying at the resort. Over the backside of the cliffs here, the mountains, there's a local fishing village. So that's where you're going to get really immersed in the Vietnamese culture. You can do like your market tours. The resort will take you out and you can go to the fishing village and you can explore the area as well. There's a really amazing waterfalls nearby as well, so you can get into nature, walking treks. They've got bikes to ride around. So a really great one to get immersed in the Vietnamese culture and stay at such a beautiful, pristine location. Then we jump to Xenia Pumbai Tang, which is in Cambodia. So another super beautiful property. Pumbai Tang actually means green village. So Ba Sen Ho is on the beach. Xenia Pumbai Tang is in beautiful, dense, lush green village. So again, 45 stilted villas, so really big property. It's located on 20 acres. And it's about a 20-minute, maybe like a half an hour tuk-tuk ride from the center of Siem Reap. So your clients can get the Siem Reap experience, but then just a short ride out and they're in the tranquil beauty of Pumba Tang. Again, starts about 300 US per night, obviously during low season, and a really great one to explore the temples and Angkor Wat, which is really close by as well. Again, really easy with their booking villas. They've got terrace villas and then they've got the terrace villas with the pools. So very easy to distinguish. All the villas sleep up to 4 guests as well. So really great for either, a couple of friends that are going together or even for families of 4. Perfect to sleep in those villas. As I mentioned, really beautiful area, 20 minutes to Angkor Wat, and that's where your guests can get guided temple visits. We've got sunrise tours, we can do private picnics, and this is actually a working rice paddy field that runs throughout the center of the resort. So it remains really beautiful, really tranquil, and throughout rice harvesting season, clients can also go and get involved, harvest the rice. You'll get a little take-home thing of rice that you've harvested as well. So really fun. Both Xenia Pumbai Tang and Xenia Bison Ho have really great kids clubs as well. So really awesome option for families. And then we go to Xenia Le Chalet, which is in the French Alps. This was actually the Xenia Pioneering Resort, so the first one that Arnold opened. And it is right in the heart of the French ski village of Megève. So very beautiful area. It's just 12 suite mountain retreat. So clients can either rent out the whole 12 suites if you have a big group booking, or you can just rent out a suite in the lodge as well. Very popular during the winter. It is open summer season and winter season, but we do find a lot of people do go there in the winter because they want to get that beautiful ski village experience in Megève. There is also a Michelin star dining restaurant in Xenia Le Chalet, and it's about a 5-minute drive from the ski village where the slopes are. And we do have a shuttle bus that takes guests like to and from the slopes all day. So really beautiful one if your clients just want to bunker down with a red wine by the fire, spend all day skiing and explore just a really beautiful village in Megève. Then we jump over to Namibia, a really up and coming destination for the Aussie market. A lot of people wanting to go to get that beautiful experience of Namibia and also the safaris. So we start off with Xenia Umanda, which is located right near the airport. So it's really easily accessible to get to. It's just 15 huts, so really boutique and intimate experience. And it's set on 22,000 acres, so really huge property located in the Namibia wilderness. So as you can see in that top picture, you've got those beautiful Namibia plains, which is just stunning. It's a big conservation project. You've got the elephants, the rhinos, the big cats. You've got your daily game drives, and it's all inclusive as well. The pricing is quite dynamic, so I just haven't listed the pricing of these ones because they do change quite a bit throughout the year. But if you'd like set pricing, it's always easy to just jump onto their website because they've got rate parity throughout everywhere as well. So easy to get to quote the prices straight from there. And then we've got Xenier Sonop, which is probably their most famous property. It's located 6-hour drive from Xenia Omanda. You can get a flight charter as well. So for guests that don't want to do the drive, they can do the flight charter, which goes from the airport straight up to Sonop. And there is a airstrip right on Xenia Sonop as well. Otherwise, you can do the beautiful 6-hour drive. Apparently, the drive is stunning through the desert as well. So Sonop is just 10 tented suites. So again, very private, very luxe, and it's probably most famous for the big, extraordinary rock boulders that you can see in that top picture. So it's got the huge Namibia boulders. There's actually an outdoor cinema that sits behind that pool as well. So they do, I know they play like The Lion, I think they play The Lion King once a week. Iconic. So you can sit by there at the pool, have a drink, watch a movie, and literally you'll just be watching underneath the stars. It's very cool in its design. So it's that 1920s safari lodge design. They've also got horseback riding here. You'll go in your open air jeeps. It's just a very luxe experience and really one that everyone kind of needs to do once in their lifetime. So that's Xenia kind of at a glance. Some keywords if your clients are thinking of staying at a Xenia property is just really that marriage of authentic local culture, luxury, understated luxury, attention to detail, and really world-class dining as well at each of the Xenia properties. And then we'll jump over to Songsa Private Island. So Songsa Private Island is in Cambodia. A really beautiful story about Songsa. So the founder, Melita, is actually a Australian woman from Sydney. She was traveling late 1990s through Cambodia backpacking, actually with her partner at the time. They stumbled across these beautiful islands in the Koh Rong archipelago that the locals did call the Lovebird Islands. The big one they called the male island, and then the smaller island they called the female island. And that's actually the meaning of Songsa is the Lovebird Islands. So when Melita was traveling through, she stumbled across these islands, and the locals were asked her if she wanted to purchase them. So she did. The story goes she had a brown paper bag that she took to the village and bought the two islands. And her goal really was just to preserve the islands and turn them into a beautiful marine conservation project. So she really has done some amazing things in the area. She has taught all the locals not to overfish the waterways. She's taught them not to use them. They were previously used as a big dumping ground for rubbish. So she's taught them not to do that. The marine life is now thriving, and it's some of the best, most beautiful water in Cambodia. She never had set out with the intention to actually open the resort. It was just to preserve them. But quite many years later, the Cambodian government wanted her to do something with the islands. So that's kind of the inception of Songsa. She opened Cambodia's first sustainable luxury resort. And till this day, it still wins a string of awards year after year for not only its conservation efforts, but the luxury accommodation area in Cambodia. So how do you get to Songsa Private Island? Very easy to get to. You can either fly into Chinookville Airport. So a lot of clients do the split stay. They'll be up at Siem Reap and see Xenia Pumbai Tang, do all the temples, and then fly straight down to end with a beautiful beach holiday at Songsa Private Island. Otherwise, go straight into Phnom Penh. This says it's a 5-hour drive, but the highway has recently been opened and it's now only about 2.5-hour drive. So again, really easy transfer to get to. And then once you're there, it's a 45-minute speedboat out to the islands. 24 villas over two private islands. So all of the villas are on one island because it is only 24 villas and across two islands. It feels very secluded and very remote. Probably one of the key selling points about Songsa is the overwater villas. And while it's not overwater villa like the Maldives, it's very Cambodian in its style. Very beautiful, very Cambodian, very authentic, and you do get that really cool staying over water experience in Cambodia. As you can see, all of the interiors inside are that beautiful barefoot luxury. So you've got the beautiful draping, the wood throughout. And most of the villas do come with, some of them come with the pools as well, right on the beach, or you've got overwater or jungle. So quite a different array depending on how your clients want to stay. There's amazing preserved coral reef, and Songsa really appeals to travelers that are seeking that connection, that balance. They have a really good sense of adventure. There is a lot to do around the islands as well. With the local island being only a 10-minute boat ride away, that's where you can do your school visits. Your clients can take stuff to give to the school kids, which is a really beautiful experience. You can get the monk blessings as well. There's a lot of other beaches around that the resort will drive you to, set you up with this beautiful private picnic. So you can do that for the day and come back. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. So while your clients might think, what are we going to do for, say 5 nights on a private island? It's all about getting immersed in the local Cambodian culture as well. And everything that they do is driven by that Songsa Foundation. So it is all about giving back to the locals, whether it's through the environment, or the people. And the best time to visit is between November and March. So, really amazing one to celebrate, the festive season, to bring in the new year. And it is definitely worth going in that time of year just because it's when you're not going to get the monsoonal weather as well. So, if your clients can make sure they go that time of year, we'd always recommend. And then let's jump over to Greece. So as we know, Greece, super popular destination for Australian travelers year after year. Gundari is open 2024, so very new property still, set on a sprawling 80 acres of really amazing nature on the secluded island of Folegandros. So where is Folegandros? Very easy to get to from all the major islands that people are generally doing in their Greece island hop. If your clients like to fly heli, it's only a 15-minute heli from Santorini, or 50 minutes from Athens. Otherwise, you can get a private boat or just even the local ferries, from all the major ports, Milos, Mykonos, Santorini. So very easily accessible to get to. And it's that real blend of, we call it the slow raw luxury. So as you can see by this image, the interior design of Gundari is very different to a lot of the other hotels in Greece. It's not like that whitewashed blues. You're going to get that real raw, rugged luxury, which is the beauty of it. So this is actually owned by two Australian guys as well. Ricardo came from Sydney too, and he has a Cypriot background. He stumbled upon the island of Folegandros quite a few years ago, and wanting to build something there to really showcase the island in its form, because it is one of the only islands that still stands that is so authentic, and not run by hordes of tourists in the season. There's 27 villas and suites altogether. Most of them have these beautiful views overlooking the ocean. Gundari is set up really high on the cliff top, so you do get these sweeping views out over the ocean, which make it so amazing. Throughout the build, when they were building Gundari, they did actually take a lot of the rock formations that they've built the villas with from the rocks around. Same with all the natural timbers, they sourced it from the island as well. So again, a lot of that sustainability aspect coming into play. They have just finished this year the 3 and 4 bedroom villas that can sleep up to 10 guests. That is actually a little sunken fire pit that overlooks the sunset as well. So really amazing one for groups of friends that are traveling together. We got a lot of families as well. There's private pools in the villas as well. You got your sunken lounge, really big villas for the market too. This is the main pool area, so really beautiful infinity pool. Again, every standpoint at Gundari really looks over the ocean. There's also a swim up pool bar here as well. There's an amazing spa treatment too. And there's beautiful dining experience. So amazing organic farm to table outdoor dining, world-class wines. But one of the beauties, as I mentioned, of Gundari is that it is located in Folegandros. So you're really going to get that unparalleled Greek culture um, in the town as well. So the local Chora, which is the main town, is celebrated as one of the most authentic still in Greece. And everyone that stays at Gundari, we always recommend get out and explore the local village. As I mentioned, set right up high on the cliff top, rates start at about €420 per villa per night. So really quite an accessible price point for the level of luxury that Gundari is. Michelin star dining, and we always recommend anyone that stay do the Gundari boat day, where you'll go out on the boat. It's a Gundari private boat, and they'll explore the islands and all of the little bays around. So you're literally going to be, swimming on these own private coves where no one else are around. So amazing property. Keep it on your radar. It's quite booked out for 2025 already, but definitely start thinking about 2026. And then we'll jump over to Andronis. So Andronis have four properties in Santorini and one in Paros. So Andronis is a little bit of a flip side to Gundari, a very different experience. It's very elegant, it's world-class hospitality and very unforgettable world-class culinary experiences as well. I'll just touch through kind of each of the resorts and how they differentiate on from each other so you kind of know where they sit in the market. So Andronis Concept is located in Santorini but in Emirgavelli, which is just out of the main town of Ia, out of the main Caldera. It's 28 suites and villas between 1 to 4 bedroom, and this is one of Santorini's only spots to get both sunrise and sunset views. The Andronis Concept is kind of Andronis's take on a wellness resort, but not wellness so much as in like health wellness, but a bit more lifestyle. So as you can see beneath the pool, there's a organic wine thing. I can't even remember what those called right now. Vineyards. There is organic gardens throughout. They have chickens as well on property, which is really fun. So you can collect your eggs in the morning, and you can go and take that and do a cooking class overlooking the caldera as well. Really great family focused property with that experience in mind. It is about a 7 kilometer hike from Andronis Concept around the caldera to where the main like Santorini Ia town is. So a lot of clients will do that hike into the main area, but then they can hike back out and have a beautiful stay without staying in the hustle and bustle. So then we got Andronis Luxury Suites. This property is for like the VIP clients, the one that likes that everything to be polished and new. This what property was just renovated this year, so 2025, when it opened in April, brand new, very sleek, very modern in its design, and it is home to the world famous like Carabes restaurant, which every year is celebrated by Nat Geo and Forbes. It's that very intimate dining experience right over the cliff side. So Andronis Luxury Suites, elegant. This was the first hotel in the Andronis brand as well, and it's perched right on the cliffside. So you're going to get that iconic cliffside experience that guests kind of want in Santorini. Right next door to this, you've got the Andronis Boutique Hotel. So where the Andronis Boutique Hotel differs, so it was renovated 2024. This is a little bit more fun, a little bit more funky. It's very Instagrammable, and it's really great for the younger demographic. It's good for honeymooners as well. And you've got those beautiful, sexy, sleek cave design rooms too. Again, located right on the cliffside, but still very private, very intimate, and very modern. And then the most popular Andronis property in Santorini is Andronis Arcadia. So it's located right on the end of the caldera. It's a huge property, so it's 113 really boho chic suites and villas. There's up to 6 bedrooms. So again, multi-gens, groups of friends wanting to travel together. And it was really designed for families too. It's located on a flat property, so very safe. And a lot of people that don't want to stay right on those cliffside properties, this is perfect for them. It's just a 5 minute walk from the local shopping, dining. There's multiple pools, there's a kids club, there's activities. It's just really great property for everyone. And then you've got Andronis Minois, which is in Paros. So this one in the beautiful island of Paros. A lot of Aussies wanting to experience Paros at the moment just to kind of get away from the hustle and bustle and something new and different. We say that Paros really is where the Greeks holiday. It's a little bit of a different feel to the Santorini property. So it's a little bit more slower paced and understated in its design. So there's 44 suites, really beautiful natural textures, and it's only a 3 minute walk to this beautiful beach, which is one of the most beautiful beaches of Paros. So it's perfect again for couples, families, honeymooners, just anyone that wants a unique stay in Paros. And it's very close to the port, so really easily accessible to get to. And we do have a lot of people that kind of want to go up to Naxos as well, which we know is like the hot spot of Paros at the moment. That's where a lot of the restaurants are. So say Andronis Minois do have a shuttle bus. It runs 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. Does take your clients up and back to Naxos. So you can go up, you can have lunch up there, you can explore up there. But the beaches and the surrounds aren't as nice up there. So we do say it's best for guests to stay where Andronis Minois is and just go up and check out the main town for the day. And then we represent C's as well. So a really great DMC who looks after Greece. We've worked with their team just over a year now, and they're a really great one for your clients that like you're booking an itinerary for anyone. Now it's good to note that they can either just book your transfers between the islands, because we know Greece is quite hard to navigate. They can book your whole itinerary, or they can just book the hotels. So they're happy to work with you in any way that suits you best. They offer more than 10% commission on all of their hotel partners. They've got the same payment and cancellation terms that you'll find with the hotels. They've got a really great range of availability. They offer all consortia amenities. And probably the best selling point about C's is when they give you an itinerary, everything's actually broken down. So you can see how much the hotel's costing, how much the transfers are, and you can really sub in and out so you know what's costing what. They're not just going to give you an itinerary with one big lump sum and you think, where has this price come from? So they're very transparent and the team are amazing. So really great one to keep on the radar for any Greece bookings. And then last kind of hotel group I'll talk about today is Soneva. So Soneva, unparalleled luxury pioneer in the Maldives. So Soneva, it's been around for many years. Sonu, the founder of the Soneva brand, also used to work for the Six Senses brand, so very similar barefoot luxury vibe to that. So Soneva's Secret opened in 2024. It is actually one island in one atoll. So it's very exclusive, very luxe, and it is located right up north. So as far north as you can go in the Maldives, that's where Soneva Secret is located. It is just 13 villas, so very private island and very remote setting as well. Being the only island in the whole atoll, the marine life and the beauty up there is just unlike anywhere else in the Maldives and very untouched compared to what else you're going to find. The iconic villas of Soneva are at Soneva Secret as well. So this is where you're going to find those slides that go into the ocean. You've got your infinity pools coming off your villas, and there's between just 1 and 2 bedroom villas. I believe that picture is the 1 bedroom villa, so you can see how big the villas are. And as you can see, there's no villa right next door to each other. So again, very intimate, very private and spacious as well. All of the villas do also come with their own private gym and a spa treatment room as well. And all of them beautiful looking over the ocean too. Just really getting that barefoot luxury in the Maldives. As you can see from this picture, this is the expanse of the property, so very narrow island. The island villas do run through the whole island, so you're going to get both sunrise and sunset views, and that whole expanse of the island is actually yours to enjoy. So every villa also comes with a dedicated team of three. So you're going to get a barefoot guardian who curates all your experiences, a 24/7 butler, and then you'll get a dedicated chef as well. So every villa gets their own chef because there's 13 villas, there's 13 chefs, and all of the chefs come from a different country, which is really cool. So you could turn up and be like, I love Vietnamese food. So the Vietnamese chef will come and cook for you. The next day, you might be like, I want something Italian. So the Italian chef can come and cook for you. So very immersive, very boutique, and very bespoke. You can literally curate the whole experience how you want it. Some other unique and cool things about Soneva Secret, they've actually, if you can see that little person, there's a zip line that runs over the ocean to their overwater open air restaurant. So they do have another restaurant on the island. So you could do like your entrees on the island and you can zip line over to have your main course on the main restaurant, which is super fun and very Soneva. And as I mentioned, all of the villas are very expansive, and it's just all about creating those once in a lifetime moments. That's kind of the whole ethos of the Soneva brand is unique and out of this world experiences that you don't find anywhere else. So Geneva's secret rate start about US 4,000 per night. That's an all-inclusive rate. And at the moment, we've actually got a stay 7, pay 5, or stay 4, pay 3. So really good offer at the moment for anyone that's wanting to think about staying at Geneva Secret, because of this level of luxury, getting a few nights complimentary is pretty unheard of. And the offer runs until the end of the year as well. And then we'll go to Suniva Fushi. So Suniva Fushi was the pioneering original barefoot hideaway in the Maldives. Opened many years ago. It is in the Bar Atoll and it's a very natural, dense jungle. Very unique for the Maldives having a jungle that's so dense and beautiful. It's very lush. It has those beautiful pristine waters and the nature really is in abundance up here. So Soneva is very ingrained in its sustainability ethos. They've got their waste to wealth program, which guests can get involved in. They turn all of like the glass bottles into these beautiful glass art sculptures, and everything that they do on the island is kind of in that sustainability sphere, just really giving back to the island that it's on. It's a very big property, so there's actually 63 island villas and then 8 of these beautiful water retreats. So the water retreats were actually built in about 2021. Before that, they was just a land only, but they did create the overwaters as well, so clients can have kind of a split stay if they want an island stay and then an overwater stay. There's some really amazing dining experiences at Soneva Fushi, and they've also it's home to the Soneva Soul, which is a really beautiful, holistic spa concept. So you can get some amazing Ayurvedic treatments. You might want to go there and get acupuncture, but also it's just a really beautiful as well to get, your standard massages too. So Soneva Fushi starts at about 2,500 US per night. As I mentioned, lots of villas, between 1 and 9 bedroom villas. The 9 bedroom villa is like a small compound. It's probably bigger than my neighborhood. It's really amazing for any corporates and multi-gen bookings as well. We do also have at Soneva Fushi the rolling Soneva Stars program. So they get a whole lot of Michelin star chefs from around the world, sports stars, so some ex tennis players, footy players, soccer players from England, and they'll take residence at Geneva Fushi for like a month at a time and do some really cool things on the island. So if you do have anyone interested in any of those niche things, if they're really into dining or sports, it's really cool when you book to see who's coming and who's going to be on island at the same time. Geneva also have their unlimited ice cream, chocolate, and cheese rooms. So 24 hours a day, you can have as much ice cream, as much chocolate, and as much cheese as you want, which is really cool. There's bikes to ride around the island, and it's just barefoot luxury at its finest. Similar with Sunivajani. So Sunivajani is in the Nonu Atoll. It's an hour boat ride away from Fushi. So a lot of people will do a split stay. They'll experience Fushi staying on the island and then they'll go to Jani for the overwater. All of the Sunniva properties, when you turn up, they take your shoes, put them in a bag, and then it's just all about getting barefoot and grounded with nature. So you don't need to wear shoes throughout. It's no news, it's no shoes, and that's the whole ethos of the brand. So Sunniva Jani, everyone's seen the iconic pictures of, the slides going into the ocean. It's barefoot luxury redefined. It's a little bit more polished than Fushi, so it has a little bit more of that glitz and glam to it over what Fushi does. So if you do have clients that want a little bit more polished, a bit more of the whitewash timbers, that's what like the feel that they'll get at Sunniva Jani. There's retractable roofs here as well, so your roof will open up, you can stargaze at night and then it'll automatically close if it starts raining. Really spacious villas, and just really beautiful and calm aesthetic throughout the island. So Jani's an overwater haven. So while Fushi is a lot land-based, Jani is overwater. There's the iconic overwater cinema. As you can see, all of the villas that are overwater, and you might be wondering all these little pods up in the trees. They're all the different spa treatment rooms, as well on the island. So Geneva Jani is also home to the Crab Shack, which is their famous crab restaurant. I think there's like 80, don't quote me on it, but about 80 different crab recipes on the menu. You can dine with your feet in the sand and just tuck into some amazing crabs. Great surf at Jani as well. And as I mentioned, similar price points starting to Fushi. And they've also got their barefoot butlers and electric bikes at Jani too. So that's the Sunniva brand. And now I'm just going to touch on a few DMCs that we represent. So we've got Jigme Expeditions, who's in Bhutan. So Bhutan, a really phenomenal country, very unlike anywhere else in the world. Jigme is amazing. He puts together really authentic and epic travel experiences throughout Bhutan. He has a very ingrained in giving back to the community and also the school kids in everything that he does. He can book a lot of your Bhutan itinerary if you don't know where to start. Bhutan's a very difficult country to navigate because there's so much choice, but it is home to some of the most luxury hotels in the world. The Omans are there, the Komos are there, but then it's also home to some really beautiful homestays as well. So if you do get any Bhutan inquiries, Jigme's incredible. I did just run a webinar with him last week, so I can send that around to the team as well, so you can watch that to learn a little bit more about Jigme. Then we've got Italy Charm, Italy Charm's run by Marino. He creates really bespoke, authentic experiences across Italy. He's all about like the experiences you cannot Google, the experiences that aren't easily found. He's incredible. He creates great vibes. And if you have clients that are going to Italy, he can book all your hotels. He's got really great contacts to private villas. But he is really well known for his experiences as well. So private vineyard tours, after hours access to some like really iconic landmarks, culinary tours, Ferrari tours, just really epic things that you might not think of. So he's a great one if you've got some Italy clients that want some epic experiences. And then Anecdotes are India and a bit beyond. So Anecdotes, again, really boutique travel company based in India. They create really immersive journeys that showcase India at its finest. They do a lot of vibrant group tours, textile tours, foodie tours, Again, sometimes India is a hard country to navigate because it is different seasons. It's so big. Anecdotes of really great team. They can work one-on-one with you to really curate something amazing for your clients. And then we just got two properties that we represent in Australia. So Elements of Byron. Everyone's kind of heard of Elements of Byron before. It's that very iconic, quintessential Australian holiday. Very family friendly. It's got a really big pool, great for families, but also it's got an adult only pool. So it really kind of targets all markets. It's located just out of Byron Bay. But it's got a solar powered train that runs right into the town. So even though it's located out of the town, very easily accessible to get to. Freestanding villas right on the beach. It's an amazing property for anyone that wants to visit the Byron region. And then the Mesa Motel is actually located on the Gold Coast. It's just up the road from where I live. And it was refurbed in 2020 by a local family. It's only 7 rooms, and every room is different, so it's very boutique. It's touch pad check-in, so you don't see anyone. It's got a magnesium swimming pool. It's across the road from the beach. It's right in the hub of like where all the shops and the dining is in Palm Beach. And it's a really good one if you got any like buyouts. It's really fun because it's only 7 rooms. You don't need many people to buy it out, and you've got the whole motel for yourself. So we've got a lot of milestone birthdays. They'll rent out the whole motel. Even like wedding groups, the wedding party will stay there. So it's a really fun one for anyone that might want to come and stay on the Gold Coast and have their whole group traveling together. And that is us. Thank you. I tried to run through that without taking too much of your time.
That was
That
great.
was-
Thank you.
That was excellent.
Oh, let me know if anyone has any questions about any of them. I'll send a bit of a follow-up after too that we've got like a Slojourn Bible that has all of the clients, price points, image libraries, that kind of thing as well. But yeah, if anyone has any questions about any of it.
One that I noted down was about Songsa and
Mhm.
whether there's all-inclusive rates there.
There is. They've
Yeah.
got breakfast only and all inclusive.
Okay. Given you're on an island.
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
It makes it a lot easier if you were just to do the all inclusive because you're going to be only eating there.
absolutely. That was the only question I had. Anyone else?
No, I'm all good.
Cool.
Great.
Thanks, team. We'll hope you
Thank
all
you.
stay warm.
Same to you.
Yeah.
Nina's on the Gold Coast.
Oh, you're in the Gold Coast.
Yeah. It does
Oh.
get cold, but it's actually really nice today, so I feel bad for you guys. Well, enjoy, have a good week, and yeah, keep in touch. I'm only a call, an email away if you guys need anything. So, another good thing to note, if you do have anyone wanting to go to any of our clients, you can email straight to the res team, but it's also good to either CC our team in or let me know. We'll make sure that your clients get VIP'd, and any room upgrades or anything else we can do for your clients, we'll make sure that the team know.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Nina.
you.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Bye.
Nina.
You, bye. Bye bye.